Internet Video Converter HD. If there were awards given for horrible interfaces, then Internet Video Converter HD IVC would be an obvious candidate. It's a cluttered mess, confusing and poorly laid out, and will quickly have you wishing you'd downloaded a more conventional tool instead. The program has received quite a few positive reviews, though, and once you get past the dubious design decisions, then a few plus points do emerge. IVC can download videos from YouTube and 12 other video sharing sites, for instance. It's able to create flash files FLV or SWF from your videos, and can generate the HTML to host them. Editing options include the ability to trim, rotate, deinterlace or sharpen your source footage, and converting HD footage from one format to another is simplified by a convenient set of built-in presets. Just choose the one which matches your needs and you'll be ready to go. The basic conversion process isn't too difficult to follow, either, once you've tried it a few times. Choose your input video, pick an output format, customize a few settings and click Convert. Even if the developer is entirely clueless about interface design, the core procedure is just the same as with more normal tools. Performance isn't quite as good as you'll get elsewhere, however, with the program delivering marginally below average conversion speeds in our tests. And so, if you really need the video downloading feature, or you want to generate flash files SWF with matching HTML, then IVC might be worth a try, just about. But otherwise we'd recommend you ignore it entirely. We liked handy HD conversion presets, downloads online videos from many sites, can generate HTML for flash files, some basic editing options we disliked, dreadful interface, below average performance score, 40%. Miro Video Converter 2.5. Throughout these tests we've been giving extra marks to programs which allow us to tweak the video conversion process, change various advanced settings, to produce the precise results we need. But if you don't care about any of that, and just want the easiest conversion tool you can find, then Miro could be interesting. The program really is very simple to use. All you have to do is drag and drop a file onto it. All the major formats are supported. Choose an output preset. Apple and Android devices are covered, along with the PSP and basic MP4 WebM options. Click Convert, and that's it. Miro will begin converting your movie right away. This simplicity does mean the program has plenty of limitations, though. You can't tweak the resolution or frame rate, for example. There's no talk of codecs here, no editor, no configurable sample or bit rates. You can't add additional presets for your own devices. It's not even possible to process more than one file at a time, so if you've 10 files to convert, then you'll have to drag and drop them individually. Still, conversion speeds proved acceptable, with the program ranking 4th out of 12 in our MP4 export test. And so, if you occasionally need to convert a single video to play on your iPad, say, then Miro will get the job done fairly quickly and with the absolute minimum of hassle. If you'd like wider format support, more or any conversion tweaks and a few video editing options, though, then move along to the next program. You won't find any of those items here. We liked good input format support, drag and drop simplicity, above average MP4 export performance. We disliked no configuration options at all, no editing tools, very few output formats, can't add new presets. Score, 60%. Handbrake is probably the oldest ever crop of conversion tools, having been around since 2003. And it's also one of the more specialized, being best at transcoding videos to run on Apple devices. The program can only export MP4 and MKV files, for example, and its output presets are mostly Apple-related: iPod, iPhone, iPad and so on. As long as your target device plays MP4 files, though and most do, this doesn't have to be a major problem. And Handbrake does enable you to customize the video conversion process in many different ways, which could be appealing if you find the competition a little too basic. Once you've selected your source files, for instance, you can of course choose the output resolution, video and audio codecs, frame rates and so on. But there are also options to crop the source footage, add subtitles, or include extra audio tracks. You can include chapter markers, or apply some useful cleanup filters to telesign, decom, deinterlace, denoise, deblick. And real experts can access many low-level encoding and analysis details via the Advanced tab. What you don't get here are spectacular conversion speeds. Unfortunately, Handbrake's MP4 output performance remained resolutely average in our tests, although perhaps it could be improved if you spend time tuning the program's more advanced settings. Still, if you need lots of encoding options and can live with a mere selection of output formats, then Handbrake may still be a reasonable transcoding choice. We liked many useful editing options and video filters, advanced encoding and analysis tweaks. We disliked only exports MP4 and MKV files, average conversion speed score, 60%. FreeStudio is a suite of 45 freeware tools to handle all kinds of video-related tasks, downloading, ripping, burning, and of course converting clips from one format to another. A front-end menu tries to integrate all these, but it still takes some exploration to find what you need. Once discovered the relevant tools, though, they follow the usual route: import your chosen videos, choose the appropriate output format or device, and convert at a click. If FreeStudio doesn't provide a profile to suit your needs, then it's possible to configure a new one. So if you need to create 1024x768 obbies, say, then in a click or two you can build a profile which uses that resolution, and in future you'll be able to simply select it from the list. Which is handy, although there are only very few tweaks available within a profile: video frame rate, bit rate, resolution, audio sample rate, bit rate, the number of audio channels, and, well, that's it. You can't even choose the audio codec. Typically the program selects what's appropriate for the format. When it comes to performance, the story is mixed. FreeStudio did very well in the important MP4 conversion tests, but was poor at creating FLVs, and couldn't produce an MPEG-2 file at all. And so if you're looking for real video conversion power, this FreeStudio probably won't be good enough. But if you only need to convert videos occasionally, maybe to MP4, then FreeStudio may deliver exactly what you need, and its ease of use and host of extras are a welcome bonus. We liked well-designed, many extras, download, ripping, burning tools, good MP4 conversion speed. We disliked conversion functions are inconveniently split across several programs, only limited conversion tweaks, slow FLV export, failed to create MP2 file score, 70%. Format Factory offers a good balance between ease of use and video conversion power. It's easy to get started. You can choose the type of file you'd like to create, add some videos to be converted, and pick your required output settings. But you also just get a little more control over those settings than in some of the more basic tools here. When creating an MP4 movie, for instance, you can choose the encoding option div10, xvid, h264, the video resolution, frame rate, audio codec, sample rate, volume and more, even rotating the image, or adding subtitles or watermark, if you like. But if you're in a hurry, no problem. The program also provides multiple profiles, which configure all your settings in a click. The MP4 conversion, for instance, has 27, with descriptive names like mobile device compatible 320x240 MPEG-4, so it's easy to find what you need. And if for some reason it isn't, then you can easily create new profiles to do whatever you want. Performance wasn't bad, either, with Format Factory scoring well on our HD to MP4 and WMV tests, although its inability to run our MP4 to FLV conversion dragged its mark down. The program's mix of usability with plenty of advanced conversion tweaks does mean it's worth a look, though. And as a bonus, there are plenty of extra options, including the ability to create animated GIFs from movies, extract video soundtracks, convert audio and image files, rip DVDs and CDs, and more. We liked advanced conversion options, plenty of built-in conversion presets, watermark and subtitling support, bonus audio image other conversion types, good MP4 WMV output performance we disliked failed to convert one of the test files score, 80%. Any video converter free video conversion tools can sometimes be scary, complex, intimidating but not this one. If your needs are basic then you can just drag in your files, choose the output format you need from the wide selection on offer, click Convert Now, and the program will go to work. It's all very easy. There's also plenty of power here, though. Any video converter free can download videos directly from YouTube, Google, MediaCoder and so on, for instance. Handy editing options include the ability to trim and crop footage, and apply useful special effects, sharpen, reduce noise, tweak brightness or contrast. And once you've chosen an output profile then you can customize a few of its settings, perhaps choosing a new resolution, frame rate, bit rate and so on. Performance was a little disappointing, especially considering that any video converter is like many similar programs mostly just a front end for the excellent FFmpeg conversion library. Only 2 programs were slower in the important MP4 conversion test, and the others weren't quick, either. And there was another problem. The program includes a burning to DVD profile, which is supposed to burn your videos to DVD when the conversion is over, but just gave us an error message. This is a pity, because that video converter is well designed and had lots of useful functionality. It only offers limited control over the conversion process, so video experts may want to look elsewhere, but if you're more interested in ease of use, and can put up with the below-par performance then this could be an acceptable choice. We liked easy-to-use downloads from YouTube, useful video editing features, supports many input-output formats. We disliked only limited control over the video conversion. DVD burning didn't work for us, disappointing performance score, 80%. KoyoteSoft Free Video Converter. At first glance, Free Video Converter doesn't look like the most impressive of transcoding tools. File format support is limited. For instance, you can only tweak the most basic aspects of the output video codec, resolution, frame rate, bitrate and so on, and there's nothing like the bonus features you'll get with some of the more powerful competition. Try a few conversions, though, and the program will soon seem more appealing. Importing videos is just a matter of dragging and dropping, for instance, and it supports all the formats most people will ever need. There are lots of presets available for various devices: Apple, Android, Sony, BlackBerry, Xbox and more. And while there's only one editing tool, it's perhaps the most important, allowing you to trim unwanted footage from the start and end of your clip. There are also some issues, though. And the major one is performance. The program proved particularly slow in our HD conversion tests, and the other times weren't great, either. While elsewhere, minor irritations included the lack of a local help file, always an issue when you're dealing with such a complex topic. And an interface quick means you can't manually type the video bitrate you require into the program. You're bizarrely forced to use assorted buttons and a slider instead. Free Video Converter scores highly for its ease of use, then, and if you only occasionally need to run simple conversions of small files then it may be good enough. If you're after power or performance, though, the program will probably disappoint. We liked easy to use, lots of device presets, video trimmer. We disliked relatively limited file formats support, some interface quirks, poor HD transcoding performance score, 90%. Freemake Video Converter. If you need your conversion tool to support the widest possible range of formats, then Freemake Video Converter could be ideal. It supports a lengthy list of video types, as well as being able to import audio files, images, DVDs, even YouTube URLs. Once your movies have been imported, you're able to remove sections you don't need via a simple video editor. There's a useful option to set a limit on the maximum size of your movie, or you might choose to import a series of files, but then join them together so they're saved as a single video. Export support for files is a little more basic, being mostly limited to the essentials, and you can only tweak a few elements of your chosen format: codec, resolution, frame rate, audio and video bitrate, sample rate, channels. Exporting to mobile devices is better, however, with support for many Apple, Nokia, Samsung, BlackBerry and other device types. There are even pictures of many phones, rather than just the model names, to help you choose. Choose the appropriate device and the program will automatically configure itself to produce compatible videos. All you have to do is click Convert and watch it happen. And you won't be watching long, as Freemake Video Converter delivers marginally above average performance, not least because of its CUDA support. A few more output formats would be welcome, then, as would some more advanced conversion tweaks. But that's really just nitpicking. Freemake Video Converter is an excellent tool, which already has more than enough power to satisfy most people's transcoding needs. We liked wide input file format support, lots of device export options, simple video editor, can limit converted video size, reasonable performance, easy to use. We disliked output file format support is limited, can only tweak a few aspects of the converted video score, 90%. Xmedia Recode. Xmedia Recode made a good impression from the moment we launched it, thanks to a clear and well-designed interface, which for the most part works just as you'd expect. Here's a box for your input files, for instance, and of course you can drag and drop whatever videos you like there. If your needs are simple, then you can get by with just choosing an output format or device profile from the huge selection on offer. And if you need more, then the program organizes more advanced conversion tweaks under various tabs so they're easy to find. It's true, some of these are, well, a little obscure, offset between I and P frame quants. But there are plenty of more accessible settings here, too, with options to help you resize, crop, color correct, deblock, denoise, deinterlace, sharpen and otherwise improve your source footage. It's an impressive package. One small issue is that your list of imported videos can't be converted directly. You must set up the output format you need, select the files and choose the Add Job option before the Encode button becomes available, which isn't immediately obvious. The program doesn't have any English language help, either, so if you don't understand something then you're out of luck. And HD encoding performance was below average. Conversion speeds in our other tests proved more acceptable, though, and the mix of powerful functionality with an easy-to-use interface gives Xmedia Recode a lot of appeal. If you're a mid-level user who needs access to advanced conversion tweaks, but only occasionally, then this could be the ideal solution. We liked clear interface, vast array of device profiles, wide file formats support, many useful filters, editing options, advanced configuration tweaks. We disliked no English language help, below average performance in our HD WMV test score, 90%. MediaCoder. If your video conversion needs are complex, and only the most powerful tool will do, then start by downloading a copy of MediaCoder 2011. It's packed with functions and features. The program doesn't just import all the main video formats, for instance, it can also download streaming videos, read CDs and DVDs, connect to video captured devices, and more. In-depth editing options then allow you to trim and crop your footage, tweak levels, brightness, contrast, saturation, hue and gamma, and apply filters to deinterlace, denoise, deadlock, deering and otherwise enhance your footage. You can then output to all the usual video formats. And not just using whatever settings the developer thought best. MediaCoder gives you access to an incredible number of options, probably more than you ever realized existed. The advanced Xmedia section currently contains 39 settings all on its own. And smart optimizations, along with support for CUDA and Intel video acceleration technologies, helps to ensure that MediaCoder delivers the best possible performance. It was the fastest in our tests by a large margin. With all this power comes a degree of complexity, unsurprisingly. The author has tried to combat this by providing a wizard and some simplified device-specific interfaces to help configure MediaCoder's key settings, but it's still trickier to use than most of the competition. If you'll use the program's extra power, though, don't let that put you off. It doesn't take too long to master the MediaCoder basics, and your efforts will be handsomely rewarded by its powerful features, extreme configurability and great performance. And if you must have something simpler, check out the program's website. There are simpler, more specialized versions of MediaCoder for Apple devices, say, or mobile phones which deliver similar performance, but are much easier to use. We liked wide input format support, powerful editing, vast range of conversion settings and tweaks, excellent performance, straightforward configuration wizard. We disliked interface can be intimidating, relatively complex to use. Score 100%.